You walk into a Rolex authorized dealer ready to celebrate a milestone. You're met with gleaming, empty display cases. A sales associate politely tells you the Submariner or Daytona you want isn't in stock. The waitlist is years long and there's no timeline. You leave frustrated. Then down the street, a grey market dealer has the exact same watch. Brand new, ready to go for double the price. If Rolex makes over 1 million watches a year, why are their stores empty? The answer is that the line "we don't have any in stock" is a calculated lie. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why the dealer is lying to you, how the system really works, and the 2 paths you can take to actually buy the watch you want. If you appreciate this kind of direct, factual analysis, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. The frustration you feel at the retail counter isn't an accident. It's the result of a business model built on an illusion. The scarcity you experience is not due to a lack of watches. It's caused by a deliberate, top-down distribution strategy designed by Rolex itself. First, let's kill the biggest myth: that Rolex can't make enough watches. While the company is famously private, industry estimates put its annual production between 1.05 and 1.2 million watches. To put that in perspective, that's more than 10 times the output of brands like Patek Philippe or Audemars Piguet. And they're not slowing down. Rolex is investing over $1 billion in a new factory in Switzerland, set to open by 2029, which will significantly increase production. If true rarity were the goal, they wouldn't be scaling up. The scarcity is manufactured by throttling the release of these watches to dealers, ensuring supply never meets demand. The problem isn't total production, it's allocation. Rolex divides its catalogue into classic models like the Datejust and professional sport models like the Submariner and GMT Master II. The less desired classic models make up about 55% of production, while the high-demand sport models are the other 45%. 45% of 1.2 million is still over 500,000 sport watches, but spread across roughly 1,400 dealers worldwide, the numbers get small. One analysis suggests an average dealer might only get 15 to 19 no-date Submariners a year. This engineered mismatch is the engine that drives the entire Rolex economy. So how does this pressure the authorized dealer or AD? The AD isn't your partner. They are a hostage in a system controlled by Rolex. The relationship is governed by a contract called the Official Rolex Jeweler Distribution Agreement, and it gives Rolex all the power. The contract explicitly says Rolex has sole discretion over the quantity and selection of watches it sends to a dealer. The dealer has no control over their own inventory. Rolex ships what they want and when they want, and the dealer is forced to buy whatever they send. This means to get a few popular steel sport watches, an AD must accept large quantities of less desirable pieces. Think gem-set ladies' models or precious metal watches that are harder to sell. This is known as bundling. The AD is now sitting on a pile of slow-moving inventory they were forced to buy. This brings us to the biggest lie of all, the waitlist. When an AD tells you there's a waitlist, what they really maintain is an interest list. It is not a first-come, first-served queue. When a hot watch like a GMT Master II Pepsi arrives, the store owner doesn't check who's been waiting the longest. They award the watch to the client who is most valuable to their entire business. An AD is an independent jewelry store, and the profit margin on a steel Rolex at a fixed retail price is relatively small. The real money is in high-margin items like diamonds, gold jewelry, and other watch brands. The desirable Rolex is not a product to be sold, it is the leverage used to sell everything else. To get the chance to buy a Daytona, customers are often required to build a purchase history by spending tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars on these other items. The AD uses the Rolex you want to offload the bundled inventory Rolex forced them to buy. The waitlist is just a polite fiction to manage the expectations of everyone who hasn't spent enough money to qualify. Finally, there's the darkest part of this story: the backdoor deal. The massive, consistent inventory of brand new watches on the grey market points to a pipeline coming directly from some authorized dealers. While it's strictly forbidden by Rolex, the economic incentive is massive. A grey market dealer can act as one giant VIP client, buying desirable watches at a premium over retail and, more importantly, taking all the unwanted bundled jewellery and watches off the AD's hands. This isn't just speculation. A 2021 lawsuit, Krajisnik vs. CD Peacock, featured a former employee alleging that a major Chicago AD was running a large-scale operation to illegally sell Rolex watches directly to grey market resellers. The complaint claimed that inventory of popular models was diverted to one employee running the scheme, making them physically present in the store but completely unavailable to regular customers. While Rolex's official stance is zero tolerance, the grey market's high prices serve as powerful marketing, reinforcing the idea that Rolex watches are a great investment. So to recap, the lie "we have no stock" is a business tactic. The scarcity is engineered by Rolex. The waitlist is a myth used to reward high-spending clients who help the AD sell other products. And in some cases, the stock is being sold out the back door for a bigger profit. This information is for educational purposes and is not financial advice. This leaves you, the buyer, with two clear paths. You can play the AD's game. Build a purchase history over months or years for a chance to buy at retail price. Or you can go to the grey market. Pay the premium but get the exact watch you want tomorrow. Now that you know how the system is designed, I have one question for you. Which path would you choose? Playing the long game at the AD or paying the premium for immediate ownership on the grey market? Let me know your decision and your reasoning in the comments below.